That's great. So usually helps if you turn on the GoPro before trying to talk to it and videotape where you're going and what you're doing. So guess we get to start this one over again. So just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what my channel is and what you're going to see on these from day to day. I'm on a bike on a dirt road, so you will see some motorcycle and some moto vlogging, kind of like I'm doing now. I do also love to fish, so you'll see everything from creek fishing to kayak fishing, eventually next year into some boat fishing. I do not have a boat yet. Didn't want to buy one when I came out here to Arkansas. I kind of wanted to get a feeling for boats before I just jumped in and bought one, because I never needed one in Denver. All the fishing I did in rivers and creeks and small ponds, so I never had a need for a boat. But out here it's a lot more bass fishing, so you get to come along with me and figure out how to bass fish. Now, I've been out here for a little over a year, so I do have some knowledge on bass fishing, but it was hard transitioning from strictly a trout fisherman into bass fishing. There is a ton more to learn when all you're doing is bass fishing, because with trout fishing I pretty much had, you know, my fly rod, which had a lot of flies, and my spinning rod, which generally, you know, Panther Martins or some Meps spinning for trout. But with bass fishing, holy cow, I went from being able to contain all of my fishing gear in a little tiny backpack, or even a fanny pack. I could go out on the river with a fanny pack. Yes, don't laugh, I fish with a fanny pack. But being able to fish with a fanny pack or a backpack, small backpack, to now, I mean, I've got a suitcase size fishing bag. So a lot more stuff involved in bass fishing than there was ever in trout fishing, so kind of interesting. Boy, there's a ton of trails up here. This is my second time on this road, first time on a bike. I just kind of wanted to come out here and ride for a bit. It is an improved dirt road. So back to where I was. So you're going to see that, and you're also going to see my travels, my day-to-day life of trying to get back in shape. Now, when I was in Denver, I used to run a lot of the obstacle races. Did the Spartan race, the Tough Mudder, Rugged Maniac, those kind of things. I really enjoyed that. And it gave me a reason to get into shape and stay in shape. But coming out here to Arkansas, there are not any of those races in Northwest Arkansas. I've seen maybe 3 5Ks, 1 10K advertised races that were going, and I don't really enjoy running just to run. I really enjoyed the obstacle races. So getting outside of that, I quit working out, quit running, quit everything, you know. On top of the fact that I had gotten promoted, and in my career I went from an outdoor job to sitting behind a desk all day. So kind of double whammy there has gotten me. I went from, you know, back in my heyday of running and doing obstacle races, I would range anywhere from 205, 215, somewhere in that area, which I felt for me was a healthy weight. Now when I go in and talk to the doctor, he says, oh, you should be 180 pounds. Well, I look like a beanpole at 180 pounds, so I can tell you that's not going to happen. But I'd like to get back down to that 205 range rather than the 250 to 260 that I'm currently at. All these are no trespassing. Damn. I really would like to get off and take one of these little side trails, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So yeah, so just want to get back into that. So you're going to see videos of me maybe working out, riding my bike, doing a lot of fishing. I do enjoy hiking, and as you can see in some of my other videos, you will be introduced to Ziggy. He was an addition once I got out here to Arkansas. You know, in Colorado I had, you know, a little condo, so having a dog just didn't seem real fair to the dog. Coming out here, I was able to get a nice house and a nice big yard, so I got a dog. So you'll see me with Ziggy doing some hiking. I may even see some camping. I did a lot of camping back in Denver, but just haven't gotten into it out here yet. It was introduced when I came out to the south to some very lovely little insects by the name of ticks and chiggers. Now, did we have ticks in Denver? Yes. And all my years of hiking, I only ever ended up with one tick on me. My first hike here in Arkansas, I pulled 6 ticks off of me. So the camping front, I'm kind of trying to figure out how to do that and not end up with some funky disease from ticks. Now, I know the likelihood of getting a disease from a tick is not huge, but before I really get into hiking, I need to figure out how to deal with them. You know, it's kind of like in Denver, you had to learn how to deal with mountain lions and bears and angry elk, and in Utah it was, you know, coyotes and moose and all that kind of stuff. So just got to figure out how to deal with the wildlife that I run into when I'm out and about. So that will be another thing you see. Now, probably a lot of what you're going to see is either me riding or a lot of fishing. I mean, if I could do anything all day long, I'd love to fish. I did actually about 6 months ago, I found that there are trout in Arkansas. So I've been going out to the White River and caught a few, and I actually found out the town I live in, they actually stock one of the lakes here with trout during the winter months. So I was actually there yesterday and managed to pull this little trout out. Put a picture in there, hopefully. Get to learn how to do all this stuff. So you may even see some trout fishing in there when I have a chance to get to a few of the spots that do have trout. I will do some trout fishing, a lot of smallmouth fishing and largemouth fishing. I am not afraid to spend a whole entire day chasing bluegills around. And there are some absolutely beautiful little panfish out here that, I mean, they look like they should be in an aquarium, the colors they have on them. So probably we'll see a lot of that too. So that's kind of who I am and where I'm going and what you're gonna see as I start uploading videos again. And that's the end. Goodbye.